This is the Cycle8 by TKD. So I just got this a few days ago, and I don't have a lot of personal time lately, so I'm just going to talk about a few things here since the group buy is ending soon. I have the brass battery cover and the brass weights, which both cost extra. I don't think the brass cover is worth the extra money over the stainless steel cover, but the brass or stainless steel weights are worth the price at only an additional $10 or $16. When I built the Cycle8 without the weights, there was a tiny amount of resonance. After putting them in, it was nearly completely gone. At least for the alphas, num row, and f row, which I tested. However, you can adjust the silicone bumpers, and by screwing these further down, it pushes the silicone outwards, and that can create a force break and remove most of the resonance that you might hear. Tightening them too much and they transfer enough force or vibrations to give you more resonance. You might have to play around with these a little bit. Even without the weights put in, with just the foam inserts and brass cover, I was able to get rid of almost all the resonance or hollowness just by tightening these silicone bumpers. I don't know if that's the intended use or if they're just for alignment or protecting the case from scratching on the inside, but this is what works for me. I tuned these as best I could for the sake of the sound test, but truthfully, the amount of resonance is small and you probably won't hear it if you have headphones on or audible PC fans. The TKD coating is pretty similar to an E-coat. Overall, it's a smooth finish but has a tiny amount of texture that sets it apart from the feeling of a standard anodized finish. It's less reflective than ano, and there isn't as much variety in how we perceive the color based on the light, as opposed to Void Elf, which had a lot of people questioning what the color really looked like back during the Cycle 7 group buy, myself included. The full build with the brass weights and brass cover weighs about 2.6 kilos, or 5.7 pounds, which I think is only slightly hefty and not a ridiculous amount of weight. During Black Simon's Cycle8 rebuild stream where he rebuilt with the PC plate, he mentioned that the designer of the board, Lolo, designed the board with the PC plate in mind, so if you don't have a strong preference over plate material, I'd say go with the PC plate. The Daughterboard is proprietary, and a Universal C Daughterboard doesn't fit very well, but I would recommend picking up a spare PCB because they're just so cheap at $35 for the Hot Swap PCB. The price is great for a TKL that's got a slight amount of heft with additional weights, and while it can be considered a budget board, the design isn't too basic all around in my opinion. It's better than the simple box and wedge design that most budget boards had back in the day. Also, the colors that are available are a little more exotic than what you would normally see, such as ruby or peacock. So if you're on the fence about buying this, the group buy is ending on July 31st, and I personally think it's a great value board if you're looking for a TKL. Anyway, thanks for watching. I wish I had time to make a better video, but here are these sound tests. Okay.